Hello everyone. For this video we're going to try something new. I'm going to walk you through what it's like when you need to update your browser. So if you didn't know, Microsoft Edge has a new version out and I'm still running the old version. So let's look and see how to do that and what the new one looks like. So first things first, there's a couple ways you can update your browser. 9 times out of 10 they'll put something up that says new version available, download now, and then you can just go through the download process from there. But if you can't find that, here's another way to kind of look for that. For Microsoft Edge, since it is a Microsoft product, I did notice a banner letting me get the download on Microsoft.com. So as you see here right across the top, it says the new browser recommended by Microsoft is here. Yay! So what we can do is we can do no thanks. If we're like, we're fine with the old version, they might stop updating it at some point, and then push you to the new one. Or you can go ahead and do download now. So we'll see how far we can get without me having to restart my computer. So I don't know. So let's do download now. It's going to take us to this fancy new introduction page where if you scroll down instead of just going straight for the download, it'll give you a preview of what some of the new features will be. So it looks like we're going to get some world-class performance, only the best for us, more privacy and control, more productivity and more value. And then if we keep going down a little bit more, we'll actually have a little video that we could watch. And then it looks like right below here they're going to give us some screenshots so we can kind of have an idea of what it looks like. It even says that we could see some features. That's cool. We'll come back to that. So let's keep going down, get a little preview. And it looks like if you look at what my toolbar looks like at the top of my window, it doesn't look like they've changed the layout too much, which is good. So if you were already kind of familiar with some of the features for Edge and you kind of liked them, it looks like they kept most of some of those things in the same place. Now they might have changed whatever this icon is here. So let's scroll down, see if we can get a little bit more info. If not, that's okay. We'll play with it when we upload it. Alright, looks like we've reached the end of it. So let's go back up to the top. Don't lose your eyes while I'm scrolling. But we did see that piece that said, see features. I want to look at those. So we're going to see features, see what this is talking about. The more info you can kind of try to get before you download something, especially if it's a major update, you definitely want to do that. Most of the time you can get that information from whatever banner you're seeing once you click that download button. Alright, so browse your favorite sites, new browser, new icon, get started seamlessly. Okay. It looks like that icon, if we look here, it's highlighted, it's to the right of the favorites button. So it looks like the pen icon's not there, they might have moved it and changed it to be called something called patterns. Don't know what that is, but I'm kind of intrigued. Then if you scroll down a little more, it says they've made some major updates to privacy, stay private online, so in private browsing, take control of your data. So they've done a major overhaul in regards to security, which is good, and a browser that works the way you do. Switch your tab orientation using vertical tabs to view and manage your tabs from the side of the screen. Okay. Choose your style. So you're going to get a little bit more ability to customize. That's good. Share with ease. Use Smart Copy to select, copy, and paste information that you find across the web without adjust formatting. Experience 4K streaming, and then streamline your reading experience. Go back to that. All right, I'm intrigued. It looks like they've also made it to where you can browse across your devices. So this means that you'd be able to sync your bookmarks, your personalization to other devices that you have the Microsoft Edge app available on that device. So that's pretty handy. That's very Google-esque of them. All right, customize with extensions. Oh, now you can go ahead and get those extensions added up. So extensions are, think of them like apps for your browser. They're little pieces of a program that allow you to do certain things. So for instance, ad block is obviously an extra piece of security that'll help block more ads when you go to different websites. Amazon Assistant probably helps you find certain things you're looking for on Amazon. Not sure, I haven't used it. Honey, I know is an extension that when you're shopping, it'll find coupon codes for you, or the promo codes, and it'll run through all the promo codes it knows to try to find you a discount for something. So that's something you could install on your browser to help you while you're surfing the internet and you need like a little extra money off of something. All right, let's do it. All right, I'm going to click download up here. It's going to go through the download process. I'm going to be a good girl while I use Edge, of course, accept and download. All right, most of the time when you download something, you do get a toolbar at the bottom that will ask you whether or not you want to run, save, or cancel the download. 9 times out of 10, you can just go ahead and pick a run. Save, it'll just let you pick where that download is saved originally. You don't usually need to mess with that when it's something for the system, like a browser. So I'm going to choose run. And it's thinking. You notice I have a little blue wheel here. And then it's going to ask me to put in my passcode or my password. Just to make sure everything's good to go. And then it should begin shortly. It says getting the new Edge. We can't wait for you to try it. It doesn't take too long, depending on your internet speed. Downloading things and uploading things will definitely depend on what you have available to you, and sometimes the time of day. If you're doing it at a busy time of day, like everybody's at home, everybody's on your internet service provider's network, some things could be a little slower. This looks like it'll get done pretty fast, so that's good. Alright, it's all done. Alright, so we're going to close Microsoft Edge to install the new version. So I'm going to go ahead and close and continue. And it's finishing up. And installing. And what it'll do, it looks like it'll change my logo or my icon of what Microsoft Edge looks like, because they've updated it to be this smooth looking modern E. So that'll help you differentiate whether or not you have the new or the old version, because the old version was this little, it looked more like the old Internet Explorer E. Oh, it's like it moved on me. There it is. But now they've totally changed it to look a little different. So I'm kind of excited. Let's see what happens. Okay. So it's done installing. It went ahead and opened itself up. And okay, it's signing in. Oh, hi. It says, welcome to the new Microsoft Edge, privacy, speed, and compatibility with your data ready for you. And it's showing me that it changed the logo. Cute, modern. All right, let's get started. Let's see. Okay, so awesome. So when you update something, It's really helpful to actually go through the different previews of what's changed, because it'll give you a little bit of a opportunity to kind of customize some things before you start playing with it. So it looks like I can set up my new tab page. So inspirational is the first one. See a new tab on startup. Get going faster. What's informational look like? Information will bring up, it looks like news articles, because it kind of changed in the background to where I can follow along with some current events if I need to do that. And then there's focused, which will kind of eliminate a lot of the clutter and let me get right to what I want to get to. All right, what was inspirational? Oh, okay, so inspiration looks like it lets you choose a background, and I'm a huge fan of backgrounds on browsers, so I'm going to pick that one. So I'm going to do confirm, and it says see your favorites, passwords, and more on any device, and so it'll let me sign in where I could use my Microsoft account, but I don't want to do that right now. I don't necessarily have anything that needs to sync, so I'll continue without signing in. All right, welcome, yay! So select a tutorial below to learn about the new Microsoft Edge in a few quick steps. Okay, I love tutorials where I can find my favorites, learn how to install extensions, or try whatever this new thing called collections is. Let's do collections. Let's learn about something new. Click here to start a collection. Collections allow you to collect, save, and share content you find on the web. Click Start a New Collection. Okay. Give your new collection a name. Let's say, will it let me do that? Or does it want to? I'll just do continue. Oh, it's going to do it for me. Okay, good, because I was like, I can't think of anything on the spot. All right, to add a page to your collection, click Add Current Page. Oh, you can also drag content from a web page. Oh, look at that. I feel like I'm playing a video game. Or create a note by selecting the Note button. What is that icon? Do even more from the sharing and more menu, like opening your collection in Excel or copying it into the clipboard. You've learned about collections in Microsoft Edge. So this would be a good tool. I knew a customer who would collect antique, like not the milk glass, but he would collect antiques. And so he was always on eBay trying to find the next one. Or he was trying to find different places on the internet where he could purchase more of them. So maybe this collection would be a pretty good idea if there's something that you are coming across on the internet and you want to keep those tucked away to have a running list of them. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Cool, I'm done. And then, okay, so you can pick one. You don't have to like, all right, your favorites are here. They're still in the same place, still that little star. In that location. This is where you'll find your favorites. If something's missing, they do have an other favorites bar or folder. Personalize your favorites in the settings menu, which looks like it's this 3-dot menu up here. Oh, where you can go to favorites, show favorites bar, and then choose always to see your favorites bar all the time. So my favorites bar is still here, where I've got Google, the Mid-Continent Public Library website, Twitter, and then the Weather Channel. So that's still there. And then other favorites folder is showing there too. Okay, so they didn't change that too much. The favorites bar appears here. Yep, we learned about that. Awesome. Let's might as well install extensions. Let's see what happens. Manage extensions from the settings menu. Select extensions, okay, and then select extensions from the Microsoft Store. Okay, good. That's the same store that's installed on your Windows 10 computer. So select an extension, to go to the details page where you can learn more and install. Alright, so to install an extension, select Get. Okay, pretty simple. After you've installed them, your extension will appear here. You've learned about extensions. Thanks. That was actually very helpful. Okay, so let's take a tour. Let's see what's new. I'm going to go ahead and close out of that. It looks like it's still that same page there in case you accidentally closed it the first time. And then a little bit more information you could read through. Explore features that help keep you safe. So it looks like they might have done a lot of updating in the settings. Designed to help you stay away from malicious sites and downloads. Good. And then dive deeper. Awesome. So it looks like the only thing that's really changed here at the top of the window, you can still set your favorite there. Your favorites is still located here. They've switched out the editing pin that was there where you could mark on web pages and switched it out for collections. So we learned a little bit about that. We clicked it. It'll let us add things to this little toolbar here. So good to know. Close that. Our icon is still here for our profile. If we need to sign in, we would just click that. So let's play around in what they did with the settings. New tab, all of that's still there. Favorites, your history is still there. You can check your downloads. You can manage your apps. Here's where you would go for those extensions. Here's where you would go for collections. Print, okay, a lot of that still, there's read aloud. Good, so if you're reading an article, it looks like they have a tool that will read that aloud to you, or will it read the page? Let's see.
Welcome to the new Microsoft Edge. It's time to expect more. World-class performance with more privacy, more productivity, and more value while you browse.
Thanks. I like that. And it looks like it might just stay as a little toolbar across the top here. So you could just have it on as you do anything. Okay, and then there's voice options. Nice. I'm going to close that. Good to know it's there. Let's go back and let's go look at these settings. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Now I will admit I didn't poke around in Microsoft Edge's settings very often, so all of this is pretty new to me. It looks like they've updated a lot back here. So they've given you a search field, and then they've given you the different categories here on the left, and then the viewer will be on the right hand side, so that's pretty common. So it's privacy and services. And it looks like websites use trackers to collect info about your browsing, as we know. So it looks like you can set up a tracking prevention level. So you can do basic, balanced, or strict. Balance is what's recommended, so that way you're not blocking everything you might need to actually access. Block trackers, exceptions. Here's where you can clear your browsing data. Check on your privacy. Okay. Defender Smart Screen, address bar. Okay, here's appearance, where you can set your home button, change your theme from light or dark, which I have it in dark because it's better for my eyes. Show your favorites bar, show the collection button, show the feedback button, and show the share button. Change your font size, which I recommend if you have difficulty seeing this tiny font. What will happen on startup, where you can choose those home tabs that come up when you open your browser. I'm going to change that back because it looked like it did change it for me. And then what happens on your new tab page layout, you can customize. Make Microsoft Edge your default browser, which you could do or not, doesn't matter. Check your downloads, family safety, that looks new. Help your family stay safer with Microsoft Edge. With a family group, it's easier for everyone to explore online. So it looks like you can get activity reports, set up content filters, and have peace of mind across devices. Okay, cool. That's really good. Printers, system. I'm probably not going to play around with that. Reset everything if you toggled on some things you didn't necessarily want. And then it looks like you could manage your other devices from the phone and other devices section. And then there's an About Microsoft Edge. It looks like this is where you can go if you need to check and see if there's any updates. Most of the time when a browser's put out something new, like a new update like we just did, there may be bugs that they find out about from users. Well, they'll then send out an update, and then you can choose to update that or not. Most of the time your browser will update when you close it. It'll do that kind of in the background, and so next time you open it, some things might be a little different. If not, you would come here to your settings and then look at the About and see if it has an update waiting. So it looks like we're up to date. Awesome, that's really cool. So I'm going to close that. Now I wonder how or if this has changed our browsing, I guess, for instance. I haven't toggled anything on yet, so let's just go to Google. Everything looks pretty seamless. Okay, so let's do, hey, I was looking up two-factor authentication. Let's look that up. Okay, everything looks the same. Looks like I'm a little large because I'm having to scroll over. So if I wanted to zoom out, okay, that's here. I can do that. Check my history. What's more tools? What do they have here? Save page as. Launch taskbar pinning wizard. I don't know what that is. Let's see what it does. Generating suggestions. What do you do? Alright, choose the sites you'd like to pin. When you launch these sites from the taskbar, they'll open in Microsoft Edge. Have they had this the whole time? Okay, so if I pick, let's do Wikipedia just to be safe. And you'll notice down in my taskbar, it put the Wikipedia logo. Huh. Continue. I could also pin popular Microsoft web apps. I'm not trying to pin Bing down there. Let's do, and it put that down there too. Oh, that is very handy. But it doesn't let me, okay, so to pin more sites to the taskbar, go to settings and more tools, and then pin the taskbar. That's actually very handy. And that might be a unique to Edge thing where it'll let you pin websites in your taskbar. So if I click on this icon, it'll open up in Edge to take me straight to Wikipedia. Or if I click this one, it'll open straight up in Edge to Microsoft News. I actually like how seamless that is. That's pretty nice. Now if I wanted to remove it, I can right click on it and unpin from taskbar. Okay. Good to know. That's very handy. It'd be even more handy if you could choose specific ones. Alright, so save page as. Is this what lets you save it as a... It lets you save it as a shortcut on your desktop. Okay, so what I did here, let me cancel out of that. Some people like to save specific websites, like especially their email, onto their browser, and they just want the browser to open straight up to their email instead of setting it as a home page. You can go to the three dots here, it looks like, down to more tools, and save page as. And what it'll do is it'll ask you where you want to save this page, and I'm going to choose my desktop. I can name it if I want to, but I'm going to leave it as Microsoft News, and it'll tell me that this is going to be a web page. I'm going to hit save. Click save. I keep saying hit. What's wrong with me? So you'll see down here it's saving it. And what I want to do is I'm going to go to my desktop. and you'll see it right here. So when I double click on that, it'll ask me how I want to open it. I'm going to pick Edge, of course. Hit OK. Since it asks me that because it was a web page and I have more than one browser installed, and I don't have one set as my default. And it looks like it'll just open straight there. Good to go. So you could do that with pretty much any website if you want to do it that way. I'm just a big fan of setting things as my homepage. Well, okay. I'm liking it so far. Here's where you can manage your favorites, see what's on your favorites bar. All of that's pretty much still the same. The only thing it looks like they've changed is probably some behind the scenes things to give you a lot more security when you're browsing. So that way you can feel a little bit more secure and give you some more privacy. And it looks like they've added this new tool called Collections, and then given you the ability to install extensions. I don't remember if they had that capability before with the old Microsoft Edge, but it looks like you could go ahead and do it that way. And while we're here, I guess I'll show you how to install an extension on your new Microsoft Edge. So let's see. Let's do get extensions for Microsoft Edge, because I don't have one in mind that I want to search for, which is why I don't want to search for ones that I've installed, because I haven't yet. So we'll click on that, and we'll look through these different add-ons they have here. I know a lot of people that use uBlock. Bing, I'm not put the search engine there. Trending Netflix party. I wonder what that is. Let's do Honey. It's right here. And I've used it before, so I'm a little bit more familiar with it. So it looks like it takes me to the page about Honey. It shows me the rating, shows me the category. If I scroll down, I can read the reviews. I'd highly recommend before you install an extension, check out the reviews to see if anyone ran into like any glitches or anything like that. So what we're going to do, like it told us in the tutorial, click Get. And then it's going to say, hey, do you want to add the extension? It'll read and change all your data on the website you visit, meaning it'll just add the coupon codes into your promo code field when you're shopping. So we're just going to add it. And you'll see it downloaded down here. It's now scanning for devices, or viruses. Devices. Oh. All right, so Honey's been added. It put a little icon up here to the right of my add a favorite. What's this? This page was prevented from setting cookies. Thank you. So anytime I click this icon here, what it'll do is pop out a little panel here. It might ask me to sign in because you can create an account. But when you are on certain websites, it'll pop this panel out and show you how many coupon codes it's running through. So that's pretty handy. I can close that. And if I wanted to get rid of it, all I have to do is right click on the icon and then select remove from Edge. And then I'm going to do remove, and it'll uninstall it. I can put it back at any point in time if I want to do that, or install more than one. Awesome. Looks good. Cool. So it looks like this is the new Microsoft Edge. And it looks like it's pretty handy. So if you have any questions about anything, or if you want to take a deeper look at anything that's in here, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to oblige. So that's the new Microsoft Edge. That's how to update your browser. Have a wonderful day.